So we're looking at how to make a bar chart and a pie chart on Google Sheets. So hopefully you have the Google Sheet opened up. Now at the bottom, you see it says sheet number 2. So the first thing we're going to do is down here at the bottom. See if I can circle that in red or something. There we go. So right there, I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to hit rename. And I'm going to rename this sheet so that it fits my data. So this list of data is students' favorite animal. So I'm going to title it favorite animal. All right. All right. I'm also, now I have this list of favorite animals here, but the problem is my title looks just like the rest of them. So I'm going to click on bold. I'm going to make my title bold. All right. So there we go. Now we want to make a series of charts for this. One of the things we're going to do is make a pie chart. So to do this, I'm going to click on the first one. So not favorite animal. I'm going to click on all of these. I'm going to highlight it. So I highlighted all of them. I'm going to come over here to, I believe it's insert. Yep. And then after I click on insert, I'm going to come down to chart. You see right there, it says chart. Click on chart and it automatically gives me a chart. Now over here, the little drop down, I can pick what kind of chart I want, but pie chart's perfect. I'm going to go with pie chart first. All right, so there we go. It gave me a pie chart. It says all the animals that were picked. It tells me the percent. I see that elephant, sea turtle, 19.4 were the most picked, and I see, let's see here, dolphin was the least picked. All right. Now I can do some stuff with this. I can change my title. So I'm gonna click up here. I don't want to say count a favorite animal. I'm just gonna call it students favorite animals. Right. So I can rename it. I'm going to play around with the colors as well. So for instance, I have my sea turtle is orange. Well, I'm going to come up with a different color. Let's see what's a good color for a sea turtle. We're going to go something kind of darker green. And of course I have my unicorn as green, but that's not a good color for a unicorn. Let's pick that little one. Come over here, unicorn, go white for a unicorn. A moose, let's go something like tan or brown or something. Close enough. Elephant, let's go something gray with elephant. There we go. Dog, what color do I want the dog to be? Go red. All right, so there we go. So I changed up my colors. I can play around with some other things as well. You can add fonts, but for our purposes, right there, that should be good for what we want. Notice right here, I can even make my things pop out. So you see right there, I can make those individual things pop out of my graph, but I'm going to leave them in my graph for right now. For my chart, I can make it have more of a donut hole type. And sometimes that's cool, but for ours, we're going to leave it just like that. And there we go. Now, slice label. So over here at pie chart, it says, you see percentage. Oop, I can put percentage in there. That's not overly helpful because I already have my percentage out there. I can put value. That's how many's in there. I could put a label in there, value and percentage, or none. All right. That's going to be really helpful in a little bit. Okay. So there we go. And I could even put a different color border around. Okay. All right. So that's how we make a pie chart. Now I can click on it. I can make it bigger, smaller. Right now, I'm just going to slide it over here out of my way. So there's my pie chart. Next, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to highlight all my data again. I'm going to follow the same exact steps. Insert. I'm going to click on chart. But this time I don't want a pie chart. I want a bar chart. And let's see here. I can make my bars go sideways. Or I can make them go up and down. I'm going to make my bars go up and down. All right. And so now I have a bar chart. And again, just like before, I'm going to change the title of this. So right here, I'm going to say it. I'm going to come down here. and title it right there as well. Okay. And I want to recolor this one too. I'm going to use the same colors that I used a second ago. Let's see here. How do I change my colors? We're going to come over here to, see if I can find them. Oh, there we go. Column 1, maybe. Column 1 is dog. What did I use for dog? Is that red? Oh, that's for all of them. Will it let me fill them in individually? Maybe it won't. Oh, there we go. All right. So double click on it. So let's see if I do my moose now. Double clicked on the bar for the moose, and I made it one of these dark brown ones, something like that. There we go. All right. Double click there. Need to do my cat. What color did I use for the cat? This is left at the default yellow, I think. Unicorn. I made that one white. Now, I want to make sure I have a line color of like black and a pretty dark line too. That way I can actually see it. There we go. That looks good. Sea turtle. I used a dark green for that one. Oops, I don't want to change all of them. There we go. For my dolphin, I had like this nice blue color, something like that one. Close enough. And the elephant was gray. Oh, I'm changing both of them. Let's see. Sea turtle, dark green. All right. And so there we go. So I can play around with my chart. So that's how I make a pie chart. And that's how I make a bar chart. And a lot of little settings things that I can do. But ultimately, that's how we're going to make both of them. Okay. Now, obviously, I could have made it, and I did a second ago, make the pie chart show me my numbers. But I need to know how to make a table and how to make it count for me. So this is what we're going to do. Over here off to the side, I'm going to make a table. Okay. I'm going to type in the different options, and I'm just going to get them straight from my pie chart. So elephant, and I'm going to make sure I'm typing them exactly. You might even want to just say click on one, Control C copies it, and can Control V paste it. Okay, that way I can type them in exactly because they need to look just like they look on my chart. So dolphin's the next one. Let's find dolphin. I'm going to copy that one and paste it. Sea turtle, copy it and paste it. Dog, there's dog, paste it. Moose, where's moose at? There's a moose. Control C, Control V. A cat, and a unicorn. Where's me? Here we go. All right. So I want to tell Google Sheets to count how many times elephant appears in my list. Okay. So to do this, I'm going to hit the equals sign. All of our formulas always start with equals. And I'm going to start typing the word count. Now you see all these different formulas, and I can kind of use this to figure out, ooh, what formula was it? Because it says count, that's numbers, that's not it. I want count if, that's the one I want right there. So count if. I'm gonna click on it. All right, and if I hit that right there, a little, it says range. Well, that's these right here. I'm just gonna click on the little A up here. There's my range, okay? I'm gonna hit the comma button, and it says criteria. This is what is it I'm looking for. I'm gonna click the word elephant right there because I'm saying, hey, I want you to search this range for how or count how many times elephant is in this range. And then I'm gonna hit enter, and there you go. It says six. 6 times elephant appeared. Okay. Now I'm gonna click on my cell right here, and I want to copy this down. I think it automatically tried to do it. I wasn't sure if it did it right or not, so that's why I didn't do it. I want to copy this down. And so to do that, I'm just going to put my cursor right there and it's going to make that black cross. I'm going to click and drag down and it's automatically going to count. Now, notice on this one, it said C2 because that's where elephant was. But when I do that copy down, now if I click down to where, say, dog is, at 4, it says C5. It automatically knew that I wanted that to go down my list with me. All right. So there we go. This is my frequency table. Okay. So we're going to make this look a little bit more like an actual table. I'm going to click the right above it. I'm going to say animal. And over here, I'm going to say frequency. Okay. So frequency is how many times something appears. Now let's dress this up a little bit. Come over here. Let's get some borders on it. There we go. And then we're going to make those top 2 words bold. And I like everything to be, I like my titles to be centered. So let's come up here and make them center aligned. And then I want everything here to be aligned center as well, like that. All right, so this is my frequency table, okay? Now, just like I can move these around, I can move this around too. If I come right here, see the hand, I can grab it, I can move it, and boom, there it is. There's my frequency table, all right? So we'll move these back just so everything's a little closer together and I can see them all on the same screen. So there's that. There's my frequency table. And there's my pie chart. Okay. We'll put this back up there so I can shift stuff around a little bit better. So there we go. There's that. Move this. And there we go. So now on one screen, I can see my frequency table. I see my bar chart. I see my pie chart. I might make my pie chart a little bigger now. All right. So that's how I use Google Sheets to create these different graphs. All right. So if you look down at the bottom, you'll see there's a few more sheets. Sheet 3 has grade levels. You're going to do exactly the same thing. It does scroll down, so make sure you go all the way down to number 40 when you do it. You're going to do exactly the same thing you did for these on that one. Sheet 4, you're going to do video game genres. So for sheet 3 and sheet 4, you're doing exactly the same thing. Make sure you scroll down. That one goes all the way down to number 50. Okay, so do exactly the same thing we did for favorite animals on those. So rename them, give me the frequency distribution chart, give me your bar chart, give me your pie chart, and change the color. Show me you know how to change the colors. There's a lot of other things you can play with how it looks, so feel free to play with those as well and do some creative stuff there. All right, and then the last sheet says favorite class. So you'll notice I put all your names on this list. So these are our different options. I'm sorry and apologize to any teacher who teaches a class who I've left out, but I think I hit all of our main types. So our favorite classes could be like art, music, or theater. I put those together. Kate, that's like your career classes, so welding or culinary or engineering or the health science. Math, I know that's everybody's favorite. Spanish, science, English, social studies, ROTC, and PE. So I think I hit everything. So what I want you to do is find out everybody's favorite. Make sure you copy and paste. Okay. So for instance, if I find out that Delilah's favorite class is, of course, math, I'm going to hit copy. And then beside her name, I'm going to hit paste, Control V. All right. So there you go. So make sure you're copying straight from the list because, for instance, if I type in math here, but then I type it in a little differently here, or maybe I say mathematics right here, Google Sheets thinks those are 3 different words. All right. So it's important to make sure you're copying and pasting and keeping it exactly the same. Now, in order to do this, okay, I suggest you, oh, hold a second.